Sup guys, it's your boy Justin with another Halloween month review. Today we're reviewing both Volume 3 and 4 of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is a shonen horror manga series where it's basically like a combination of Naruto meets Yu Yu Hakusho with a lot of horror, right? And some Kakaishi. If you've ever seen Kakaishi, right? So yeah, this is written and drawn by Gege Akutani, rated teen for T plus for older teen, which I hate. I hate that. Like, we'll just say 16 plus or whatever. Oh my god. So yeah, I read both of these. Like, instead of doing separate reviews, I just read them back to back because these two volumes follow the same arc. So I felt like, oh man, I gotta read the next volume, right? So so it follows the introduction of a certain villain we all love to hate, which is Mahito, and also the scene I was talking about when I unboxed that statue. The book starts off with two of our characters meeting two students from the Kyoto school, and where Toto's basically feeling out Fushiguro, and he has a way of feeling out people by asking them what kind of girls you're into, and he says here, like, I don't care if it's a guy, just answer the question. And he says, like, oh, I can tell what kind of person you are based on what your preference is, right? So he tells him, Fushiguro has a flashback, and he's like, I don't have a preference as long as a person's compassionate, then I don't need anything else, which impresses the girls, but Toto's like, you're boring, Fushiguro. And throws him his killer intent and beats the shit out of him. Only for him to be saved by Panda, right? And also we're introduced to Mai's twin sister. Is that her name, Mai? I can't remember. The girl who's a Rock Lee ripoff, a girl version of Rock Lee. Sorry, no, it's she's Mai, she's Maki. Which, it's so dumb that she says, like, I'm gonna be the best, like, Jujutsu sorcerer ever. You can't use magic. To be a sorcerer, you have to use magic. You can't do magic. Oh my god. You can be curse slayer or whatever, which is so stupid that they call the monsters curses, but whatever. Alright. Oh, so yeah. We get into this. In hindsight, it's really dumb because she's just as shitty as a Jujutsu sorcerer, if not even worse, because at least she has the heavenly restriction that makes her like superhuman, like a certain main character's dad, who almost almost killed Gojo, but for some reason the Jujutsu sorcerer clans hate people who can't use, Jujutsu sorcery. So, okay, if you hate people, your family members that can't use Jujutsu sorcery, then why did you create the heavenly restriction pact that allows Jujutsu sorcerers in the clans that don't have the, talent for Jujutsu sorcery have like superhuman bodies, man? That is so dumb. But yeah, this is just stuff to what's it called? Foreshadow the next arc where the two schools battle each other, right? And you have Gojo threatening the old man who wanted Yuji dead. Next, we get to the main story where we get introduced to Junpei, who's an introvert cinema fan who witnesses his bullies from high school get killed by the main villain of this arc, Mahito, who's a curse who is a special grade curse, who is the embodiment of people's fear of other humans, who has the ability to warp people's souls and turn them into monsters, right? And he can also use it on himself to change his appearance and to heal himself, right? Which we'll get into that. But yeah, here we have like Gojo sends Yuji to shadow a first grade Jujutsu sorcerer Nanami, which I like Nanami. Apparently he's like half Danish or sorry, his grandmother was Danish, so that's why they explained his blonde hair and blue eyes. But yeah, so he's a very different from Gojo, but you know, he supports Gojo because, you know, he also feels like, yeah, the Jujutsu sorcerer families that run our world are dumb and they don't know what they're doing. Oh, but yeah, he used to be an office worker, so that's why he takes works, the Jujutsu sorcery work, serious. By the way, here you have our characters are there to take a look at a murder, and the cops are there like, yeah, we just let them do what they want to do. So it does seem like the Jujutsu sorcerers do have some pull with the government. So yeah, we get introduced to monsters created by Mahito, who are humans, not actual curses, but they don't realize that until after they kill him. And then this is where we get introduced to, and they do this in Hunter x Hunter, that if you explain your technique, it's more effective, right? So he explains that he can create a weak point in any opponent, or not. It doesn't even have to be a living thing. And when he hits them with his blunt blade, they take critical damage. So that's his technique. And we also get introduced to Yuji's technique, Divergent Fist, which is not really technique, but it is and isn't, where he's basically just punching people with curse energy, but because he moves so fast that that he can't control his curse energy, it creates this like thing where like there's a time lag between his blow and the curse energy like following it. So that makes it so he can do almost twice damage, which later this is revealed that this is the only thing that can actually hurt Mahito. But later they get rid of that technique. So which is like, what the fuck? But they do that later on the show. So yeah, what happens is that Mahito basically takes this bully kid under his wing and just tries to teach him Jujutsu sorcery, which apparently he can just manipulate humans' brains and give them curse techniques, right? Which is like, holy shit. So that means that if a certain villain from the prequel Jujutsu Kaisen 0 had captured this guy, because he was a curse manipulator, right? He can capture curse spirits. He would be able to achieve his goals and wouldn't have to kill anybody, right? Which, this is more proof that they were setting up that, hey, the villain who I talked about earlier in the Volume 1 or Volume 2 review isn't actually who he says he is, because he wouldn't, to achieve his goals, he would just have to capture Mahito. So yeah, what happens is you get a one-on-one fight between Mahito and Nanami, but it turns out because he can heal himself with his curse technique, he can't take actual damage. You need a technique that damages the soul, which Nanami can't do. Only a certain character who we get introduced to can, which is Yuji. So Yuji is sent to figure out if this kid it has any relation to the murders, and they become best friends. Only for him in the volume 4 to actually have to fight him, right? And here's a character I was talking about. Oh my god! So yeah, they're trying to they want to they have a plan where they want Sukuna's vessel to make a binding vow with Sukuna and under his favors or whatever, in his favor, when he already achieved that. So also I thought this was cool that the offer put what his thought would be. Sorry, he put down like what his ideal theme songs are for each character, right? So I thought that was cool. I think there's more in this second volume. Sorry, in the next volume. So oh yeah, here we actually see his like curse technique, right? He attacks his school with his curse technique. So that's where volume 4 starts off. Volume 4 starts off with Junpei, Yuji's new friend, attacking the school with his new curse technique that Mahito gave him. And Yuji's going to go there to stop him from killing people. And this is where we first get introduced to Ino. I totally forgot this was where we first get introduced to Ino. But you don't really see what his curse technique is until the next arc. In 2 arcs from now, which is currently happening in season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. So yeah. So I just want to say it was such bullshit. This is a little spoiler, but it's such bullshit that people thought that this guy was going to join the Jujutsu school. Because one, that was retarded because one of the chapters is called, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's just that was a bookmark. Did I not finish this? I thought I did finish it. Oh, I didn't actually finish it. I thought I did finish it. Oh boy. My bad. I thought I actually finished this yesterday, but I didn't. Oh my god. Well, I can review it anyway because I already read this book online back when I first reviewed it. Oh my god, I can't believe I had that major of an oversight. But yeah, it's just what I missed was just the start of the new arc. Right, where they have the Kyoto school event. Where they also reveal that Yuji's still alive. But you also have this... So what ends up happening is here is that Yuji fights his friend whose curse technique is a poison jellyfish Shikigami that he can control. And here's the page I want to talk about what if. In this page, it's the author telling you this kid was never supposed to join the team. This kid was always supposed to die. Spoiler alert. So that was really dumb. So yeah, what happens is that Mahito kills the kid and Yuji fights him, and then it's revealed that Yuji's technique actually works on Mahito. That it damages his soul, which explain. Some people thought that this was bullshit. They explained it right away that Yuji, because he was having internal battles with Sukuna, that he would have a grasp on the soul and would know how to damage it, right, with his technique, innately. Which makes I'm not explaining it very well, but if you read it, it does make sense because that's why they would show the battles where Yuji would fight Sukuna in his head. So to set up for this, to set up that he would, because he had battles with Sukuna, he would develop his curse technique to hurt souls, right? So it doesn't matter. And by the way, there's also a thing where when Mahito tries to change Yuji's shape, Sukuna protects him because it would affect him as well. And also, Nanami joins the battle, and and it's a pretty cool fight. This was a overall pretty good volume, which I need to finish it, but like, yeah, it's like I already read this, so I already, like I said, I already know what happens. It's just the start of the Kyoto School arc, which we'll cover in Volume 5. So, which people are gonna be like, how can you rate this one when you didn't even finish it? I did finish it on. I read these chapters online like during the pandemic. So when I eventually saw these books in stores this year, I decided to buy them. Okay, so I decided to start collecting manga again. Okay, so yeah, I already read this. Okay, I read up to like 197. Okay, so so I can rate this 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. It does have its problems, like I said, but overall, if you like horror shonen and you like strategic battles, this is a good manga for you. Alright guys, peace.